Hey guys, today we're going to be reacting to an MSA video, so let's go.
Hi,
Screen
I'm
recording.
Petra from
Heading.
Serbia,
Hi, Petra.
and I have an extremely rare condition where my aging process is much slower than that of regular people. Like
Screen
when I
recording.
was 6 years
Heading.
old, I looked like a dumb 2-year-old toddler, which made people treat me like one. And things got even worse as a teenager. But before I continue, click like and subscribe. Because of my condition, my parents decided to homeschool me till I was a bit older.
Okay.
I only got to hang out with other kids at the playground, and I'd get picked on all the time because I looked so much smaller than everybody. Once, when I was about 8 years old, I was playing on the slides in the park
Without
when
your
a
parents?
worried-looking woman came
Oh,
running
yeah.
to me. Sweetie, are you lost?
Are you kidding
No.
me?
Oh, poor baby. Probably can't understand a thing. You must be so
Come on.
scared. Do I look scared? And I'm not a
She's
baby.
talking.
But she wasn't even listening to me. And before I knew it, she was calling over a policeman from the street. We have a missing child here, officer. Please, help her find her mommy and daddy. Despite my protests, the policeman whisked me off to the station and started taking pictures of me for missing child
Bro,
posters. Oh
you
my God. I know my
Stop it.
You don't take pictures of people for missing child. That's what you do when they're about to go to jail.
Screen
That's
recording.
not,
Heading.
like, that's not what you...
Stop recording. Button.
parents' number and address. I live right across the street from the
iPad.
playground.
Select.
And you guys kidnapped me. This was the beginning of many times my parents had to come get me from the police station. I finally joined school in the 7th grade. The minute I
The
walked
7th
into the
grade?
classroom, a girl elbowed me roughly and said, "I think
Ow,
you've lost your
I'm
way,
sorry.
kid." Oh, if only I had $1 for every time I heard that. I would be a millionaire by now, and I wouldn't need to be in this school with dumb people like you.
Good one, good one.
And with that, I pushed her aside and took my seat. When I did all the math problems correctly in the first lesson, the teacher called me over, looking all starstruck. Wow, Petra, you're a genius. Thanks. Why? Because you solved these algebra problems meant for 12-year-olds. But I am 12.
Yeah! She is... Bro, you're supposed to know the age of your students, you little wimbo.
Years old. The teacher just giggled and then
Why
did
would
something
she be in the classroom if she wasn't 12 years old, bro?
I hated.
Okay.
Mobile data. Dimmed. Switch button. Air. Mobile data. Get. Video player. 20. Free.
Hey, where's... how do I
Cast.
skip
Visit for both 20. Free. 4.8. Free. 26,237.
Sorry,
Free.
guys.
20.
She pulled
Free.
my cheek.
26 million.
I hate when people do that. Bro, when I was a kid, people would used to pull my cheek all the time and to be like, "Get off of me right now."
Aren't you a little cutie pie? Yes, you definitely have the mind of a 12-year-old. No matter how many times I said it, no one believed that I was actually 12. They all thought I was some kind of baby genius who'd been bumped up a few grades. Eventually, I gave up and let everyone believe I was super smart. This didn't really help me become popular or make friends, though. Jessica, the meanest girl in class, wasn't too happy because everyone thought I was the smartest, and she made sure everyone constantly made fun of me. Does your butt look big because you're wearing a diaper? What
Huh?
kind of language is
This girl is in a 12-year-old's class. Bro, what is wrong with Jessica?
that book in? Goo goo gaga. Another
What?
time, I was eating lunch by myself when Jessica suddenly stopped by my table. Oh, how is the baby gonna eat all that with her little baby
What?
teeth? Why are you this way, Jessica? What do you mean? I mean, why are you so awful to me? You're the most popular girl in class.
Bruh.
Yeah, I know. But
Video
before
player.
you showed up out of nowhere, I was the smartest too. Fine, you're the prettiest and the smartest girl in the world.
Real quick, okay. I just want to say this, Petra. That kind of makes you sound like a baby, but...
Can you leave me alone now, please? Sure. But let me mash everything for the little baby
Wait,
to eat
what?
first. And with that, she started pounding my food with her fist.
What?
OMG, you are such a psycho.
Okay,
And with
yeah,
that,
that's-
I picked up the smushed piece of cake and flung it at her face. She picked up my glass of juice and dunked it on my head. And before we knew it, everybody joined in for fun and a full-scale food fight had broken out. We
Fun full-scale food fight, haha. F.
both got detention. And after that day, I found a corner in the little
Why did
playpen.
everyone get detention? I mean, they were the two people who actually started it.
The kindergarten kids and basically had lunch there by myself the next
That kind of makes you look like a kindergarten kid.
3 years, until one day, Josh came and sat next to me. Josh had just joined our class a few weeks ago, and he was a total babe. With all the popular girls drooling all over him, I was sure he wouldn't notice someone like me, which is why I was pretty shocked to find him here.
Why do you always have lunch alone?
Is this your first time in high school? Of course, I don't expect someone like you to get it. He took my hand and looked deep into my eyes.
I don't understand why someone as adorable as you is here either.
I was so annoyed at how fast that made my heart beat. After that, Josh and I became really good friends. He'd always invite me to watch his football games and
Collapse
started
video.
coming over to
26.
my place for
More
study
actions.
dates.
Captions.
Since he
26
joined
mode.
so
Full.
late,
7
he
minutes,
needed
9
to do
seconds
a
remaining of
lot
11
catching
minutes.
up,
Track
and
position.
I was more
4
than
minutes.
happy to help. I hated to admit it. I just had the biggest crush on him. The annual spring dance was around the corner, and it was all anyone could talk about at school. All the girls were yapping nonstop about their dresses and who
To be honest, I swear Josh is gonna cheat on her.
they'd be going with. Of course, I was hoping Josh would ask me out, but when he didn't, I decided I didn't need to wait around like a sappy Disney princess. I'd ask him out myself. I bought tickets for the opening show of the new
Sorry,
Avengers
guys.
movie. Just as we were about to enter the theater,
I have
one
a
of the
big
cinema
interest.
staff stopped me.
Hey, little girl, you can't go in. That's a PG-13 movie.
Bro!
I'm almost 16.
What? Bro, yeah, she is like this little.
Here, look at my ID.
We see fake IDs all the time, kid. Sorry, but I can't let you go.
Yeah, but
And
it's a
with
real
that,
ID.
he pushed me out of line and refused to
Oh,
listen to me anymore.
Just
Ah,
jerks.
I can't believe this. Let's go then.
Go? I mean, what's the point of wasting both the tickets? We'll still have dinner together, okay?
And just like that, he turned and went inside.
What? Are you kidding me, bro? Bro, are you literally kidding me? Yep, I knew he was gonna dump me.
I was furious. I couldn't even go anywhere because he'd driven me here. When he finally came out after 3 hours, he was practically jumping with excitement.
OMG, that was epic. Iron Man snapped his fingers and died, but he saved the world.
He'd not only
I wish I could snap my fingers and make you die, Josh.
watched the movie without me, he'd ruined it for me completely. I thought maybe the rest of the evening would go a little better, but boy was I wrong. At the end of the meal, when the waitress brought us our fortune cookies, I looked over excitedly at Josh to open his and read the little note inside.
Will you be my date for the spring dance, Josh?
He looked up at me in complete shock.
Petra,
Wait, how did
I don't know how to say this, but, no. How could you even think that? You're more like a little sister to me.
Huh?
I've already asked Jessica out. Man, you've really made things awkward.
I felt so utterly crushed and stupid.
That's
I
called a
flung a
dump.
glass of water in his face. I wish I could
Wait,
snap my fingers.
Isn't that kind of like at school? It's just gonna get you in detention, but like at a public place, I don't think you're even allowed to do that. To be honest.
Right now and make you disappear. And with that, I ran out of there and took the bus home. Nobody was more grateful than
I
me
don't
when
think you're allowed to
stupid
take
high
the
school
bus.
ended and I was off to college. It wasn't too far from my town, so my parents could visit me often or come
Okay.
bail me out every time an officer thought I was an underage driver. Gosh, this is the 3rd time this month. Why are you police officers so dumb? Can't you see
Speech
I
off.
have a real license?
Speech on.
Did you say that
Click
right?
video
in the
player.
police
Button. Heading.
officer's face?
Hides player controls.
She doesn't mean that, officer. Come on, sweetie. Let's...
When did the parents start being Southern? That's surprising. Like when did those parents start getting Southern accents?
Go.
My parents always had my back, but no one understood how frustrating it was for me to be treated like a kid all the time. Until I met Andrew. In my 2nd year at university, I took up a job as a professor's assistant for one of the courses. I knew the other students made fun of me behind my back. But one day, they went really overboard. The professor was unwell, and I was taking the class in his place. As soon as I turned my back to the board, I got hit by a dozen paper balls. I turned around to see everyone snickering. I'm your teacher. Didn't your parents teach you any respect?
Yeah, it's the kid's fault though. I bet you that those poor parents were trying to teach their kids manners, and the kids were probably on their iPads or whatever, not even listening, talking to their friends or whatever.
Not our teacher. You can't even reach the top of the board without standing on a stool. Go back to school, loser.
You can't
Wait, what?
behave this way with me. I want everyone who's responsible to apologize right now.
Or you'll do what?
Video player.
You'll cry. Dear mommy.
I'll fail you in every single assignment. You
Yes,
do
do
remember I grade
26 million. The old 20 free. Friday microphone screen recording it. Friday October 11th. Microphone video like pocket 26 million. The older I become, the younger I look. 20 free. 4 points install. 4 free.
Who
26
said
free.
you could ask me out? Do you even have an ability?
Ad can now be
What?
skipped.
My last
Skip free.
boyfriend was
Skip
a
ad.
level 3.
But
right?
Oh,
Video
no.
player. Button.
I'm
Heading.
scared. Miss
Hides player
Petra,
controls.
will you forgive me if I give you a lollipop?
That's it. Get out.
Happy to. Come on, guys. Let's go. We don't need to take orders from some high school smarty pants.
And just like that, the whole class walked out. I tried to keep my cool, but when everyone had left, I burst into angry tears. Just then, I felt a gentle tap on the shoulder, and I looked up to see that it was Andrew, one of the students.
I'm really sorry about the way they treated you. I think you're really smart and beautiful.
We became friends, and soon after, we started dating. He was just the sweetest guy, and even though he looked much older than me, he was never ashamed to hold my hand in public, even if it got us weird looks. A few weeks later, I had an internship interview in another city, and Andrew offered to see me off at the airport. Just as I was leaving, he took my hand.
Good luck, babe. I hope you get it, but I'll really miss you.
And with that, he pulled me in for our first kiss. My head was still spinning with joy when suddenly I saw a few policemen walking towards us.
Sir,
You're too young to be on a flight.
please move away from the kid.
Wait, what?
What's the problem, officer? We've recently had many reports of a gang kidnapping young girls, and you need to come down to the station with
Huh?
us to answer a few
Okay,
questions.
Wait, what? He's not a kidnapper. He's my boyfriend.
Dun,
And
dun,
I'm 20 years old. The policeman didn't listen to a word we said, and we were taken
10?
down to the station. My parents had to come down again with my birth certificate and baby pictures before they finally let us go. It turned out that the people at the airport had been making videos of the whole thing, and it had gone viral on social media, with people saying all sorts of mean things about me and Andrew. And to make things worse,
That's
the
not
company I
okay.
had an interview with wasn't happy that I didn't show up, so I lost the internship too. I was beyond furious now. I took to social media myself and posted a video talking about how I'd always been discriminated against because of the way I looked. The video went viral and I started receiving a lot of sympathy messages and support. The public pressure made the police issue an official apology, and the company even offered me the internship again. But my condition had really sparked an interest in the public, and I was being invited to tons of TV and online interviews. All everyone wanted to know was the secret of my youth. Soon enough, I realized that people
I don't think you want to know the secret of her youth.
envied me. One morning, I picked up the local newspaper from the door and was horrified to see my face
Video
splashed
player.
across
Button.
the front
Mic
page
mobile
with
service.
the headline,
LTE. Or
"Girl
L
discovers
microphone.
secret to
Microphone in
eternal
use.
youth."
Screen
Babe,
recording in progress.
Come here
Button.
and look
Status bar
outside
item.
the window.
To my shock,
Activate to
there
open
was
app.
a massive
Swipe down
crowd of
3 fingers to
people
reveal
outside our
notifications.
apartment
Swipe up with
building,
3
and
fingers
the
to reveal the
minute
control
they
center.
said, "What do you eat to look so
Screen
young?"
recording in
I'll
progress.
pay
Button.
anything for
Status
it.
bar item.
With your anti-aging
Activate to
formula
open
for
app.
What if you
youthful
Swipe
don't
down.
have everything?
We can become millionaires. Come work for our skincare company.
This was complete madness, and I had to put an end to it. I opened the window, and everybody became quiet to hear what I had to say. Listen, there is no secret. It's a condition I've always had, and it's not a blessing. I've never had anyone take me seriously my whole life. I spent all of high school being bullied. My message to everyone is that we all need to learn to be happy in our own skins and accept everyone as they are. Thankfully, the message spread far and wide, and people didn't bother me again, but I still became pretty famous and was regularly called for talks on self-acceptance.
Kind of. I'm doing a review. I'm doing a reaction video. I won't.
And against bullying. I'm married to Andrew now, and we have 2 young kids. And secretly, I really don't mind at all when someone says I don't look like a mom.
That's actually kind of sad.
Microphone in use.
Alright,
Screen.
guys, so that was a nice.
Friday. Screen recording in progress.